I'm Pam Cowper, and I'm 75. So this is Mum and Dad, and twins, Carol and Noel, because they were born at Christmas. Dad was in the Royal Warwickshire Yeomanry. In Egypt, he was a desert rat. And Mum was bombed out of Coventry and went to work at, I think it was called the Lockheed then, or AP. She was billeted in Leamington, and then when the war finished, met my dad. So that was how we came to be all in Leamington. It was a bit bleak. You'd walk up the parade today and it's all white and shiny. It wasn't then. No money had been spent on any of the buildings, so they were very drab, dirty. Coal was still used, so there were coal fires, so there was smog. But you could see then, in the 50s, they were trying. We lived near to the park. We were the other side of what I call Gas Hill, which is by the railway station. So I was within walking distance, and my father took me, so I would be, I think, just turned 8 in June. And then as a little kid, suddenly there's all this light. You're in Wonderland. You didn't have to go to Disney. It's all there in front of you. It was a real sort of treat. And I remember walking through, and on my right would be the duck pond, and seeing the fountains, and they were like 2 crowns. So I don't think they were on all the time. They would have different lights going off, different colours going on and off. That's me at about 9 with the fountain that's a lot fuller than it is today. And there was a stage of some sort where there would be a band. At the top, you can see the actual stand that the band would be on. Then as you walked through the park, you could see to the left-hand side, the trees were illuminated with various lights and scenes. Like a squirrel going over the tree. And turn a corner and you just didn't know what you were going to see next. But a bit further up on the right-hand side would be the floral clock, which lasted a long time afterwards. But very impressive, because this was a working clock and it did tell the right time. And then as you go further into the park, it then has 2 levels, one where the river is, and then on the left-hand side, which is what I call the archery green, you would walk all the way around that. It would have different coloured lights within the trees. If you went down on the right-hand side, where the swans, there's an island, and where the swans now nest. But I can remember there were ballet dancers on there. And if you went a bit further along, you could have waterfalls with various coloured lights. That does stand out. And there was a theatre. It would be like a variety show. And as you have in a modern day pantomime where children go up on the stage, and I remember going on the stage twice, and there was a lot of water involved, which didn't make whoever was doing the comparing very happy because they'd got to clean it up. But I did win it, so I was quite confident. And Dad was with me. I don't remember Mum, but I do remember Dad taking me. So in the 50s, it was all teddy boys, beehive hairdos, dresses with net underskirts, so that when you drived, you spun around, and of course you could see the suspenders. So I taught myself how to drive. I thought, I'm getting ready, you get to 12, and then you go to youth club. So I was just getting ready, trying to do a beehive with not a lot of success. And it literally, overnight, a band came out called the Beatles. I was sad when it finished. I do remember that. Yeah. Because, again, I'd be old enough to take myself off and go and have a look. And finished. There was fireworks, but I don't think we stayed for those. But if I stood on my front doorstep, because we were so near to it, I could see them. So I do remember the fireworks, I just wasn't in the park at the time. It was just bright. It was cheerful in a drab world. And not unlike going to Blackpool. If you take children, then the illuminations, it's the same thing.